UFC 295, Prochazka versus Pereira takes place in only a matter of hours, and I'm going to go through my last-minute detailed predictions and breakdown for the whole entire card, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. You know how it goes, but I'm going to still explain it. What limb will be used for a KO blow, what limb will be used for a submission win, and what the scorecards will read, like if it's a 29-28 win for this guy, a 30-27 win for this guy, maybe a 29-28 either way, split decision for this guy. We're going to start with the early prelim opener of Jamal Emmers versus Dennis Bazooka. I think Jamal Emmers is going to have an outclass here over Dennis Bazooka. I can see a round one going close either way. Jamal Emmers gets immediately taken down off like a kick or something, but Jamal Emmers is slicing him with bottom elbows off bottom. Emmers is looking good. He gets back up at the end of the round, has a good few strikes here and there. They'll give round one to Bazooka. They don't know what the scoring criteria is, the judges sometimes, but they'll give round one to Bazooka. I think two of the judges will give round one to Bazooka. One judge will have Emmers because he landed more. I think round 2 and 3, though, Bazooka's going to start to gas out randomly. I can just predict that. I think he'll start to gas out randomly. And I could see Jamal Emmers just piss him up at range, keeping him to the body, maybe getting his own takedowns in later rounds as well. This is what Sean Woodson was able to do against Dennis Bazooka. Yeah, don't see the hype in Bazooka at all. Good win from Jamal Emmers. I think he'll get this one done. We move on up the card. Joshua Van versus Kevin Borjas. Or Borjas, whatever you... I'm just going to say Borjas to the UFC. I'll just say what the UFC says come fight night. But still, Kevin Borjas, I think, is going to put up a fight. But I think Joshua Van's going to go out there. I think Borjas will taking him down. And he might. Maybe like in one round. But I think round 2... in round 1 is where I think Joshua Van is going to do his work, keep him at range, land that karate stuff, have like a wide stance. This will be a very close fight. I'll call even a split decision here. I'm going to go for Joshua Van, landing the better shots overall. I think this will be a pretty boring fight, to be honest with you. I'll go Van. I think he gets it done. We move on. Up the card, Kyung Ho Kang versus John Castaneda. I think Kyung Ho Kang's going to look good early here. I think he's actually going to look really good early here. I think John Castaneda is going to go in there, get the booze because he missed weight, which I think will help him here to get the win. I'll get to that in a second. I think Kyung Ho Kang is going to land big shot. I think he'll drop Castaneda early. I think early on they're both going to be like, feeling it out. Bang! Right hand from Kang. Drops Castaneda on his ass. Tries landing shots. Castaneda gets back up appropriately. Back up to his feet. Castaneda maybe has like a cut over the eye, like the eyebrow area, maybe on top of the eyebrow. He has a cut there now because Kang cut him open with ground strikes. Kang is landing shots. He starts landing shots again, but Castaneda is defensively aware. And I think then at the end of round 1, Castaneda will get a takedown. Kang gets taken down. Castaneda tries to get in the back, but it's a little bit too little, too late. Way too little because he got dropped. 1-0 Kang. Good first round. Round 2, I think Castaneda is going to get a takedown early on this time. I think Kang is gonna try for a guillotine. Won't work, and I think Kang's going to start to gas. And Castaneda is going to go get the back. Get himself... What did I predict him by? Did I pick him... What did I pick him by? Round 2 sub, yeah. So I'll go round 2 sub for Castaneda. I was already predicting that, but I just wanted to make sure. Castaneda round 2 submission for a rear naked choke. We move on up the card. Jared Gordon versus Mark Madsen. No one gives a fuck. I'm gonna go for Jared Gordon by the most boring decision of all time. 30-27. I'll go with here. I think Mark Madsen's going to be failing takedowns. And I think Jared Gordon's going to be outstriking him on the feet. So I'll go Jared Gordon 30-27. Who cares? Nothing good about Jared Gordon or Mark Madsen. They both suck. I know Pimlet sucks as well for losing to Jared Gordon, but Jared Gordon's going to win this. I think Mark Manson will be failing takedowns in round 1, round 2, and 3 because he sucks. Shouldn't be in the UFC. Yeah, wow, you beat Vince Bickel. You're a champ, dude. I don't care if you're from Denmark or you're an Olympic wrestler. You seem pretty shit. Don't know who handed you that medal. Or maybe you're just, you were good at one point a decade ago, and then you quit and came back a decade later. And now you're shit. Jared Gordon wins. We move on up the card. Nazim Sadikov versus Vyacheslav Borshev. Now, I think Vyacheslav Borshev's going to go out there, have a decent round 1 for himself. I think both guys will be traded. Maybe Borshev gets caught here and there, but Borshev's still landing, outstriking Sadikov, who maybe gets a takedown at the end of round 1. It's a close round, but it's an either way round. But, like, Sadikov took him down, and it was a pretty close round in general. Round 1 goes either way. Round 2, I think Sadikov's going to get his takedown again. I think this time, no. I think he'll I think he'll revert everything I just said. Let's go to midway point of round 1. I think he'll take down Borshev a bit earlier after a close striking battle early. I think he's going to submit Borshev when he gets to the ground with like a Kimura or a rear naked choke. And I'm going to lean rear naked choke. So I'm going to go for Nazim Sadikov by rear naked choke in round 1. We move on up the card. Mateusz Rebecki versus Roosevelt Roberts. Again, Roberts missed weight. He took it on short notice, though. Respect to Roberts, who was supposed to be Nurullo Aliyev. Again, this is just an easier fight for fucking Rebecki. He's obviously going to win. I think Roberts will look decent at range, but I think Rebecki's going to KO him with like a tight inside left hook. Like a Drew Dober, Bobby Green style. Like, goes in, lands a huge shot on the chin, puts away Roosevelt Roberts. So, I'll go for like an in-tucked big shot early in round 1 on Roberts. Midway point of it, around the 2-minute mark. I think he'll KO Roberts in the first round. Badly. We move on up the card. Lupita Godinez versus Tabitha Ricci. I'm going to go for Tabitha Ricci. I think, no. What am I saying? I'm just saying random shit. Well, looking at my fucking wall. I'm going to go for Lupita Godinez, obviously. I think she'll win this one. Lupita Godinez, I think, gets done. I think round 1, Tabitha Ricci will try doing what she does, trying to land the strikes. I think Godinez will be landing the harder strikes and more of the strikes as well. I think Tabitha Ricci then will lose round 1 for herself. Getting outstruck, she's like, oh shit, I'm losing the striking. Let me try losing my grappling on this girl. I think round 2, Ricci's going to try using some grappling. Maybe get down Godinez for a second, who stays back up and sweeps her to the ground. But then Ricci starts threatening an arm bar. I think Godinez will stand back up. Or I think she'll get the arm, slam Ricci on her head. And I think she'll land big shots of the ground and pound. I think Ricci will lose herself that round. I think Godinez will threaten a rear naked choke. Ricci will lose the round, but it's a more competitive round. But round 3, I think Godinez will just be ripping her to the body, landing more shots, landing more of the skilled shots as well. And I think she'll overall win this fight by 30-27 decision. We move on, up the card. Steve Erceg versus Alessandro Costa. I'm going to go for Steve Erceg. I think he'll get this one done by decision, 29-28. I can see Alessandro Costa having a good round 1. Erceg's landing. They're both landing, but Alessandro's coming forward the whole time, trying to take Steve Erceg's head off. So the judge will look at that and be like, you know what? Let's just give him benefit of the doubt. Give Costa round 1. I think round 2 and 3, though, Costa's going to be gassed out, going for a finish. And I think Erceg's going to pick at him and land big shots. I can see him actually getting a 10-8 in round 3 as well, where Costa's just all over the place, but surviving. I'm going to go for Erceg, getting this one done by decision. We move on. Up the card. To the main card, Pat Sabatini versus Diego Lopez. I think Pat Sabatini is going to spoil the party here. I think he'll get this one done by decision. I think, listen. I think Diego Lopez is going to go out there, try landing big early on Sabatini. Maybe he catches Sabatini, but Sabatini cracks him back. Lopez shoots for a takedown. Sabatini dunks him over with the whizzer. I think he'll dunk him over. Sabatini's on top. Lopez tries to go over a triangle. Sabatini shakes him off, lands big shots of ground and pound. Lopez tries going for an arm bar. It's not working. Sabatini's beating him up a little bit more. Lopez is starting to get a little bit annoyed. Lopez starts landing elbows off bottom. Cuts open Sabatini, but Sabatini's also landing big shots of ground and pound again. I think he'll get the back of Lopez. Lopez tries scrambling out. Not working. Body triangle's now in. Close round 1. Lopez wins the round because it will be a really close round. It'll be a very entertaining round 1 as well in a grappling match. Like, it won't be just like, oh, it's grappling. No, this will be an actual entertaining round 1. Lopez will cut him open though, but Sabatini's been landing big ground and pound. They'll give it to Lopez, but it's a close round either way. Round 2, I think Lopez in round 2 is going to start to be a little bit gassed out. I think Sabatini is also going to be tired. Sabatini is going to land shots in the feet. Lopez will be trying to shoot single legs. Not working. Sabatini's got mounted guillotine. It fails. He's on top, though, and he lands big shots again. And now he's just out muscling Lopez. Thank you, plane, for coming in the fucking video. Thank you. Just wait for the plane to go by. But overall, I think Sabatini is going to be out muscling him a little bit now. Lopez will start to gas, and I think he'll lose this fight. Lose round 2, and I think round 3 is going to be a Sabatini round, where he just starts to beat up Lopez. Lopez will have a show, and we'll have a good fight, but we'll lose 29-28. We move on. Up the card to Matt Frevola versus Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm going to go for Matt Frevola. I think you get this one done by KO in the first round. I think so, bro. I think so. I think Matt Frevola is going to knock him out. Now, not Sabatini, Benoit Saint-Denis is going to go out there, try to land big, but it's not working. He's trying to land shots at Frevola. Frevola is not buying it. Anyways, I might cut out there. But I think Matt Frevola is gonna try to. What's it called? I think Benoit Saint-Denis will try to land big on Matt Frevola. I think he will. But I think Matt Frevola is gonna start countering him. Benoit Saint-Denis is gonna go backwards. Matt Frevola is gonna be patient, land front kicks to the body. I think Benoit Saint-Denis is gonna try to land hooks from, like he did against Moises. I think he'll try to land hooks. I think Matt Frevola is gonna time him with a big right hand that slumps Benoit Saint-Denis out. So I'm gonna go for Matt Frevola round 1 KO. Just exposing Benoit's striking. We move on. Up the card, Mackenzie Dern versus Jessica Andrade. I know we want to get to the good ones. We'll get into it in a second. I'm gonna go for Mackenzie Dern. I think she'll get this one done by round 2 sub. By the way, I think Frevola wins round 1 KO. But I think Jessica Andrade will go out there, try to land big shots on. Actually, you know what? I can see her trying to be a counter striker here. Try to be countering everything. I think she'll be trying to be a bit of a defensive striker here, defensive grappler. But I think I think Mackenzie Dern's gonna land big shots on her. Jessica Andrade will be kind of worrying. I think Andrade's gonna try to shoot her own takedown. Dern stuffs it, lands a knee to the face. Jessica Andrade is already bleeding on the nose. Dern will have a good round 1 with countering big shots on her. Round 1 to Dern. Andrade is just getting annoyed now. I think round 2, Dern's gonna shoot her takedown. Her Mackenzie Dern takedown. Get down Andrade, and I think she's gonna trying to get in a crucifix, sweep over to an arm bar. I could see Dern doing that and tapping out Andrade. Who retires after? Prediction. I think Andrade retires after this. Alright, why not? Why not just throw that out there? I think she'll retire after this. 4-fight losing streak. Not really having it anymore. I think she'll retire after this fight. We move on, and Darren, they all cheer. Oh, Andrade. Like, cool. Good career, Jessica Andrade. We move on, up the card. Tom Aspinall versus Sergey Pavlovich. I'm going to go for Tom Aspinall by round 1 sub with a rear naked choke here with a crank. Kind of like a Patty Pimblett, Jordan Levitt style. Like, where it's like a crank, but then sinks into an actual rear naked choke. I'm going to go for Tom Aspinall by that. Now, I know you guys want to hear the prediction. I think Tom Aspinall is going to go out there early. Just move around on the outside. I think he'll move around on the outside. I think the footwork will be a bit tricky for Sergey to figure out. I think Sergey's going to try to land. I think Sergey's going to be pressuring here. Aspinall is going to land a good jab, pick at Sergey, like land a big elbow as Sergey tries coming in. Maybe Sergey takes it, but then comes forward still. Tries to land a big right hand. Aspinall completely dodges it. Aspinall lands a jab again. He's picking at Sergey. Sergey's getting a bit frustrated now. I think at the end of round 1, I think Aspinall and Sergey will have a pretty boring first few minutes. I think Pavlovich is going to come forward with big hammering shots. One of these have got to catch Tom Aspinall. Sergey's probably saying in his mind, fuck you, bird. Fuck off. Yeah, it's just going in circles now like a fucking bitch. Fuck off. You're going in circles like a loser. That's a nerd. I can't record my video since I'm just about to get in the finishing sequence, you bitch. Oh, wow, you want food. Well, now there's 2 of them. At least one's quiet, silent, like an actual Chad. Fuck off. Wow, they're actually going in circles like actual table nerds. Anyways, they're gone. I can still hear it. Okay. I think Sergey Pavlovich will come forward. Sorry about that. Birds are fucking annoying. They bring nothing to me in this world. Wow, birds. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. I think Pavlovich will come forward with big shots. And I think then Aspinall's going to time a big double leg. I think then he's going to get the back position, but try to drag in dragging Sergey Pavlovich by the cage. I think then he'll sink in a rear naked choke. I think Aspinall wins. We move on up the card to the main event. Yuri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. I'm going to go for Alex Pereira here. I've seen the face-off. Alex lost the face-off. In my opinion, Yuri looked like he won that face-off. So Alex just suffered his first loss in a face-off. In my opinion. Because Yuri looked fucking terrifying in there. More than Alex, in my opinion. Alex still had the face paint shit. Yuri just had his natural self. Yuri wins the face-off. But I think Pereira wins the fight. This is what I think it is. I think round 1. Yuri's going to come forward, landing big shots. Try to land big shots on Pereira. Try to land loopy shots. Pereira's dodging it. Parrying the shots. Jabs to the body from Pereira. Landing leg kicks on Yuri. I think Yuri's going to get his legs chewed up early here. And I think Pereira's going to land big shots again. Land good left hooks. That's Yuri's kind of like dodging and moving his head in a weird direction. I think Yuri's going to land good shots again. It could be a close round 1. Pereira's chewing up his leg. Yuri's showing more visible damage on his legs now. I think then Yuri's going to land good shots again, like a combination. Yuri probably thinks, oh shit, I need to win this round. So he'll come forward, try to land a 1-2. I think then when he tries to land like a 1-2, his right hand will be down. Left hook from Pereira. Drops Yuri bad and puts him out with big ground and pound shots. Badly. Pereira wins the belt, and I think he'll face Jamal Hill after this and smoke that fat bitch as well. No offense, Jamal Hill, but you're going to get fucking smoked by the winner here. You could beat Yuri, but Pereira, no chance. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Last minute detailed predictions. Peace.